Just checking around.
Just checking around. Checking around. Just checking around.
And we are back. Welcome back to another episode of Just Chuckin Around. I'm your host, Mr. Chuck Houston, man. And we got a special abbreviated show for y'all today. We're getting started a little late. Everybody been busy, man, but everything is great, man. First off, I want to give a shout out to the Houston Astros, man. Even though they came up a little bit short in the World Series, man, definitely want to give them props for making it all the way there. We came up 2 games short. We didn't show up in the last game, but yeah, shout out to the Astros and congratulations to the Atlanta Braves for winning the World Series, man. So, that being said, man, we're going to get right into this, man. I got to bring my boy in here, the producer of the year, my main man, Mr. Blame, to come on in, my boy.
What's happening? What's happening? We in this thing.
Welcome back.
Welcome, man. Welcome, man. Hey, glad to be here. You know, back in chilly California at this present time. You know what I mean? Just going down, ready to chuck around, man. You know, I know we on a short roll here, so you know, let's get right on into it.
Yeah, we're on a tight little schedule this week, man. So don't mind the wrinkled up ass shirt, nigga. I'm just we here,
no.
goddamn.
Yeah. Look like I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah,
you can't be pink and wrinkled, my nigga. That's
this salmon, nigga. This salmon.
Yeah, cotton candy. Yeah, rude.
Anyway, welcome back to the show, man. We're gonna try to do a little bit better next week, man. But anyway, welcome back to the show, man. We got to bring in the co-host of the year, the man with all the game, Mr. Pimp Game Shane. Come on in here, my boy.
What's happening, all you mother chuckles? Okay, what's up?
Welcome back, my brother.
I'm saying, hey, it's good to be back, my brother.
Yes,
Always
sir.
a pleasure to be here, man. Fuck around with you guys, man. So
all right, man.
We getting straight.
We're gonna run a tight ship today. We're gonna run a tight ship today, man. We're gonna get right into it. Let's go. Yeah. This past weekend, Colin Kaepernick and Netflix dropped a special about his life as a teenager coming up in high school and all the shit he had to go through. Even with his adopted parents, they really didn't know, you know, how to
handle it,
how to treat him, you know, because he was a black man. And they didn't know how to treat him. You know, it was one scene in there where he got braids like from this chick in the hood, and the nigga head was bleeding and shit. You know, because you know it was a hood thing. So his mama, she got kind of sensitive and took him to a real place, and the nigga had never seen no shit like that before. You know what I'm saying? So them not knowing like how to be black and not knowing, you know, exactly what to do when it comes to raising a black child, you know, they were like kind of oblivious to what was going on with him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you saw it or not, but it was real interesting just watching it and seeing his journey coming up just as a teenager, as a young boy trying to get a scholarship, going to trying to get into college. He really wanted to be a football player. He was really a great pitcher in baseball, and the pros was trying to draft him, and he just kept turning that shit down. They was trying to sign that nigga for millions of dollars, and he just did not want to play baseball. His heart was in football. He wanted to be a quarterback, and he finally got that scholarship to Nevada. And when he got that scholarship, he made the best of it. He ended up going to the NFL, and he ended up going to a Super Bowl, being one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And then all of a sudden, they turned their backs on him when he started to protest about, you know, having equal rights as black people, because he saw it from a different side than what anybody knew that he went through. So I'm welcome into the show, my brother, Cigarillo. But I see you know what we're talking about. But I'm gonna go to Pimp Game Shane first. And I don't know if you saw it or not, but I hope I explained it well.
I didn't get to see the special yet. I've been kind of busy, but understanding that struggle is pretty difficult, because it's like you living on both sides and not accepted by either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Yeah, that's got to be a definite struggle in itself. But I mean, even to put it out, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people didn't want to see Cap's special because, like they said, they blackballed him in the NFL and all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And they really don't want to see, you know, him as a bright skinned brother telling about his struggle, like he,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but
And he mixed.
but what's the crazy part about it is whether you mixed or whatever the fuck, if you got a drop of black blood, you gonna see some type of black struggle.
Right.
And that just goes to say that no matter how light skinned or how accepted you think you are, you know what I'm saying? It's like shit, people don't accept that shit. Like you think like black people treat him like, oh man, you got it good because you a yellow nigga, you da 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 da. And he like, nah, man, it's tough as fuck over here because you
Yeah.
niggas don't fuck with me. These motherfuckers don't fuck with me. Where do I fit in? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I understand that's got to be quite a difficult thing to get to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but shit, I'm glad he got a special on it. I'm glad people get to see it and he get to tell his side to the world so they understand this man a little bit more and stop trying to shun him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just push him out because shit, the shit he talking about is real. You know what I'm saying? The shit he talking about is real. And a lot of us go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us just, I mean, a lot of black people, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you think being dark is bad. Try being light. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cold world. Ask Rello, man. Everybody thought this nigga was a white boy his whole life. They was like, yeah, the white boy from Third Ward. They like, what? Everybody
And
used to think he was a white boy. We didn't even know what Mexicans was. They just thought he was a white dude.
Yeah.
They was like, all right, we got the little white boy with the jump shot.
That's funny you bring that up, dog, because my baby mama is mixed. She mixed with white and black. So I had a conversation with her recently about, you know, I was like, yeah, you don't know what it is to be black, this, that, and other. She was like, nigga, I caught it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, God damn, you know, I didn't understand her struggle. I was like, you got it easy. You know what I'm saying? You light skinned, you able to do this. She was like, I got it from both sides. I got it from black people and white people. My grandparents are white, like old white motherfuckers. And,
Like slave owner white.
and then her mama chose a nigga. Oh man. She caught it. She caught it like, yeah, when your grandparents don't like you, nigga, you in bad shape.
You in bad shape.
Blame the coming.
Hey, man, it's a true saying when they say my skin is my sin. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking right.
But you know, I hadn't even saw the special, but my wife gave me the cliff notes on it, man. And you know, the title of the special was called Black and White, man. And they said that part y'all was talking about when they was, you know, he went to go get his hair braided or go get his hair cut because she didn't really like the braids or whatever. You know what I mean? It just showed to their whiteness that when he got time to get his hair cut, they took that boy to Supercuts in the mall. Right?
That's a fact.
That boy to Supercuts, man. I ain't never been in the Supercuts in my life.
I have. Fucking with Rello.
Yeah, that was the only place I could get a decent cut back in the day. What you talking about? They spray my hair with the water, and then come bring out the scissors. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's when
I
you know
have never had a fade by a pair of scissors before until I went to Supercuts. What the fuck is she doing?
Both of y'all got that Anglo-Saxon hair, man.
It was an Anglo-Saxon.
Latino-American.
That shit is off the coast of Europe and Scovenosia.
Something like that. Something like that.
Lithuanian hair. You hear that? Nigga hair straight from Ukraine.
This hair Saudi, boy.
That
Saudi.
Saudi Rowdy Piper looking ass.
Saudi Piper.
Hey, you know your hair different when you can lick your hand and your phone.
And slick it down, boy.
Yeah, I used to do that.
This nigga said I used to do that.
I used to do that. Yeah, y'all talking my language. What is this? The Twilight Zone? God damn.
So yeah, the man went to Supercuts, man, and then the name of the special is Black and White. Yeah, they
Colin
also
Kaepernick
talked about
Black and White.
Yeah, they also talked about the how they treat the NFL. It's kind of almost like the modern day slave ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they test you and see how high you can jump, how fast you can run, how far you can throw the ball. All this old different type of stuff. And if you don't meet certain standards or certain qualities, you know what I mean, you just as good as cut. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the thing is that not only that, I want to give kudos to Colin Kaepernick, man, because he don't really have to do what he's doing for the simple fact that I just read an article on Google that the man worked $20 million, man. So between what he made before he got cut from the NFL and his endorsements with Nike on top of his Netflix special, man, the man all right, man. You know what I mean? He don't need to do none of this. He 20 M's in the game, man. So to still keep continuing to push, and you can tell that him pushing is a fight for the culture, even though he was raised by white parents. And not only that, you know what I mean? He still got a passion for the game because he still want to play too. You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, we don't know what the NFL settled with that boy on for the collusion scandal that they did with him. So he got bread, man. He got bread, and this is something that he passionate about. And I almost think it's probably like almost like him shooting for the black coach is almost kind of like a guilt trip that he might not feel that he black enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's almost like those kids that just went to all white schools all their life, and now they wanna
be hood.
Yeah, they want to be hood, or they want to identify with their color and with their culture. So you know what I mean. Luckily, he doing it in a positive and professional way that is respectable and standing up for police brutality, even though he hasn't experienced it himself. But he knows that he's not short of being a victim at any given time if he goes down the road and something could possibly happen. You know what I mean? He run into the wrong cop that mad that he didn't started all this kneeling bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm not, and when I say bullshit, I'm saying in the perspective of the officer.
Already.
So man. So shout out to Colin Kaepernick, man, for doing the right thing, man.
Already. Look, since you said that, I want to take it back to the documentary. It was a point in that documentary where they used to take trips out of town to his baseball games. They used to take road trips. His mom and his daddy used to drive him to the baseball games, and you know how the cops be set up in speed traps, with the gun or whatever, and they checking your speed or whatever. But his daddy was driving like the first 3 times, and every time he passed by the cop would wave at him. Like the first 3 times, the white dude driving. So he finally got his driver's license, and his daddy was like, "Hey, you could drive this time." So when the cops saw him,
bloop, 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 bloop.
And the cop had his gun drawn and all type of shit like that, man. So it just shows you right there that it's a discrepancy, and it's fucked up the way that they look at us.
Kidnapping.
Yeah, they're like, what this black boy doing driving?
And on top of that, man, it's a fucked up time to be trying to go to jail with all this coronavirus, period, man. Because I hear they so backlogged in Harris County, man. You gonna be did time served and been found not guilty by the time you get up out that hole. That's how bad it is.
Facts.
So if you out here doing dirt and doing wrong, man, you better be on your P's and Q's, man, because nigga, they just not to see your case till 2024.
Already.
Facts.
Well, shit, I know you came in a little late, Rillo, but we gonna get you in. I know you know what we talking about. I don't know if you've seen the Colin Kaepernick documentary.
He lived it. He fucking lived it.
We gonna get your opinion. I want you definitely for last because you probably didn't get to this shit. So get into it.
Yeah, first I want to apologize for being late. See, light skin late too. You know what I'm saying? So Nah,
it's
man.
all CP time.
Nah, what happened was, it's like I had an Amazon package, you know what I'm saying, delivered to the wrong house. Somebody got my shit, right? So I had to go through the damn Nextdoor app and post, hey, anybody got my package? And you know what it was? It was that long Ethernet cord, you know what I'm saying? That was why my internet was fucking up. So that's why I'm nice and crispy up around this bitch right about now. So yeah, I know what Colin Kaepernick talking about. I mean, Colin Kaepernick is just like, the football Malcolm X. That's why they blackballed him. That's why they wrongfully terminated him. And, he was going to get bread either way, no matter what he did. But, being light skinned, I can understand what he was talking about. But I'll tell you one thing, being light skinned ain't nowhere as hard as being dark skinned. Cause I done seen the differences, you know what I'm saying? Firsthand, and behind the scenes. So, light skin is nowhere close to that, but we go through some shit on both ends. But I've experienced more love on the black side than the other side. That's what I can say.
Yeah,
and that's real shit.
For
All
shit.
right.
So.
Way to clean that shit up. All right, so let's go from one spectrum to the next, man. When it comes to these football players, and we got to go to this dude that played for the Las Vegas Raiders, not the Oakland Raiders. They the Las Vegas Raiders now. Receiver Henry Ruggs.
Oh.
He was he got a DUI. He was I ain't gonna say he ain't convicted yet, but he was charged with a DUI. He was under the influence, driving around 150 something miles per hour, and ran into some people in the car and killed the people in the car and the dog. The people had a dog in the car. That he going to jail for the dog.
Just for the dog. Just for the dog.
Yeah. So he on his mug shot with a neck brace on. The nigga got whiplash. His girlfriend was in the car. She got hurt and killed everybody in the other car, man. And this dude here, he done wasted his life basically because immediately the Raiders cut this nigga as soon as they found out.
Yeah, they had to.
Yeah, now he's gone. Like back in the day, I remember that shit happened with the Dallas Cowboy. I forget the dude's name, but he didn't get fucking charged at all, nigga. That nigga was good.
Yeah.
So you see how times have changed. That's when it comes to this type of shit. People are a little bit more sensitive these days.
Cancel culture.
Yeah. So you get your ass canceled now. It ain't the 90s no more. So Pimp Game Shane, I don't know if you heard about this, man, but give me your opinion on that.
That boy's going to jail in my Pimp Game Shane voice.
Your opinion on it
now.
Oh, there you go.
This nigga like
locked up.
His whole shit is fucked up. That nigga threw away his shit for nothing.
Yeah, they not playing no games when it comes to this racing. This is the wrong time to be this is the wrong time to be trying to race and do all that fast and furious shit is out the window, man. And I don't know if I told y'all, but I just got word of this. I know this chick that's dating a police officer right now. They cracking down on racing so tough in Houston now that if you get, and this from a police officer's mouth, that if you get caught doing 100, you go straight to jail.
Yep.
And they confiscating your car and you don't get it back.
And your license.
And your license.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, on a Hyundai.
On a
Hyundai. They catch you doing a Hyundai in Texas.
It's done.
And you racing, car confiscated, straight to jail, license gone, you out of there.
And let me tell you how bad it is, nigga. On I-10 in Katy, like from like all the way down from like 610 all the way down to like 99. Man, they got police stretched out, right? So if you pass one is calling, either he gonna jump on you or they gonna have the one stop you from in front of you. Nigga, I'm talking about, nigga, they got a trap set up because, I mean, and I get it. I mean, these niggas is really, man, so a motherfucking Charger pulled up on me acting like he was trying to race. I don't drive fast in my car. I don't do that shit.
He be cruising in that sports car.
Man, look, This nigga pulled up, he revving his engine, he kept getting up close to me, pulling back and getting up close. I'm like, man, you gotta take the fuck off. And he fuck did. This nigga, I know I was doing like at least about 70, maybe 80. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nigga
20
so
away
fast.
from the
Man,
limit.
this nigga, all you heard was this nigga say, boom, and that nigga was gone. But the police got his ass too. I'm like, I'm glad it's him, not me, like a motherfucker.
Right.
I don't do all that shit.
Somebody
nigga.
got to get caught. Might as well be him.
Might as well be him. I'm
Somebody.
like, shit, fuck that. But like, nigga, I just don't see people driving 100 anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like now we do it.
That's a waste of gas.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Nigga, 45 just as worse. Man, I be coming home from the comedy club or be coming home from, a private gig on the south side, on the north side, man. And then, man, that 45 from 610 to, I want to say damn near the Woodlands, man. And I want to say it mainly be Mexicans, bro.
Asians too. I want to say that too.
Disclosure, these views don't reflect the views of Chuckin Around.
I want to say it mainly be them. I don't never get a good look in the window because it be dark. But we typically don't do that, man. I don't be seeing niggas out here racing like that. And you might see them in the hood, but you don't just see them on the freeway like that, man. That 45 is bad.
Yeah, I agree.
45 is the deadliest freeway in America, man.
That's right.
Deadliest freeway in America. So 45 ain't nothing to play with. A lot of people done died on that 16 when that 16 come around to that 45. Man, it ain't no joke to play with, man. So
that's right.
Whoever's watching, all you racers out there, man, you do 100, you get caught,
you going
straight to jail. Car confiscated, you not getting it back. It ain't like they taking it to the pound. Let me be clear on that. Car confiscated. Not no pound. Let me go get my shit out the pound. Confiscated.
They gonna auction it.
Next income tax, you can try again if you get your license back. Straight like that.
Get your license back because they ain't giving it.
Hey, let me say this, and you know what I've been seeing lately, man? Like just driving, them fucking donuts in the middle of the intersection. Have y'all been seeing
they sideshow wannabe ass motherfuckers, man?
Nigga, you just fucking off tires and shit, nigga. You know how much tires cost?
I know. Especially low pros.
Hold on. I was told this. They said that if you get caught at one of them racing shows where they racing and shit and the police jump out, nigga, everybody get a ticket.
Yeah.
Everybody get a ticket. That's if your ass don't go to jail.
Right.
Because you entertaining the race culture. Everybody get it. Yeah.
Hey, it was a video I saw earlier this week about that shit. It was a nigga, you know how them people they just be chilling in a circle or whatever. The cars around, it was a nigga in there doing donuts and shit, just going off, and he lost control of his car and hit a nigga car on the side. And his partners was there with him. They were like, "Hey, nigga, you gotta give me 3,000 before you leave."
Pay it up.
And the other dude was like, "Nah, fuck that. We need 10 racks, nigga. You need to give me 10 before you leave, or you ain't leaving this motherfucker." And then eventually they was like, "We gonna take your whole car, nigga. You just gotta walk home." That's how serious this shit. Yeah, they took the nigga car. That's how serious this shit is.
Let me say this though. Why would you be like? I don't want to be around. I don't want my car around no shit like that. Like if niggas is spinning and doing all kind of shit, just like anybody, you can lose control. You definitely gonna lose control some type of way because you ain't a professional. You know what I'm saying? So somebody gonna get hurt or killed or something. I'm like,
Vin Diesel wanna be
around that fucking shit. Like nigga, why? Why would I even be in that crowd or have my car parked over there? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just some dumb shit. Like shit, you sitting around watching it is some dumb shit.
Yeah, you can get hit.
You can get hit. Like shit. Like and people who be filming that shit like with their cameras and doing it, I'm like, bro, that's the most dangerous shit in the world. Like nigga, you standing right on the scene while this nigga doing this shit. Like, whoa, now fuck out of here. You crazy than a motherfucker. I'm not trying to lose my shit like that. I refuse.
Real old clean this up. Henry Ruggs running over these people and killing the people in the dog.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Rest in peace to all those people who lost their lives and their family for sure. That was just stupid though. You got a whole NFL career. You could have took Uber. You could have had a limo pick you up. Hell, you could have paid for a helicopter to pick you up. Whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But you choose to jump your ass behind the wheel when you know you've been drinking, when you know you fucked up. So that part I don't understand. I don't know who his agent was or whatever, but they should have had him, watched or something. They should have been like on him, like, okay, where you at? Okay, I'm sending somebody to go get you right now. Every time you hit the streets,
Yeah,
because he had such a promising career. I mean, the Raiders probably wouldn't have had no chance going to the Super Bowl, but I mean, you still getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a Raider hater, but what he did, I mean, he ain't gonna be able to come back from that. Even if he go to prison or whatever and come out, he ain't gonna be able to come back from that because nobody's gonna want to touch him. He'd be lucky. He'd be lucky if he get on somebody's coaching staff somewhere, as a water boy or a towel boy or something. So
He's going to jail first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to go to jail, and then you got to fight. You gonna be in there fighting. You better come out and be an MMA person or something.
Yeah.
That boy looking at murder or involuntary manslaughter,
Guaranteed.
animal cruelty,
Vehicular homicide.
Vehicular homicide. Yeah.
vehicular homicide, animal cruelty, all that.
He ain't gonna never drive again.
If the ASPCA or the PETA people don't come after him, you know what I'm saying?
He gonna have to get a bus pass or Uber or something. He ain't gonna be able to drive no more.
Ruined his whole career in the blinking of an eye.
It's
That's
over.
right.
It's over, man. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, let's go on to this next topic, man. I want to talk about these companies, and this is a touchy subject for all of us, but I gotta do it, man. But these companies with it came out, I think yesterday or today, that companies with over 100 employees, the employees it's mandatory that they get vaccinated. They got to go get shot. And if they decide that they don't want to get the shot, they're gonna have to be tested like damn near every day.
Every week.
Is it every week?
Every week.
Okay. Well, they're gonna have to be tested, and they're gonna have to wear a mask at all times.
At all times.
So if you decide not to get the shot, you got to always have a mask on. If you don't comply with that, you out of there.
Yeah.
So basically, and I don't agree with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they torture you into getting the shot. Now, if you don't want to get the fucking shot, don't get it. But don't make people do, something, that's gonna make their lives miserable. Just send their ass home and until this shit is over with or whatever. Then you come back and everything will be good.
And your bills be piled up.
Hey, you got a choice to make. You got a decision to make, man. So
that's an easy choice. It's an easy choice.
Man. I know this near and dear to your heart, man. Talk to me.
Well, basically they just forcing that shit on people, like we said at first. We said long time ago, Blame was saying, hey, when they start trying to mandate this motherfucker, they forcing this shit up on people at their jobs. It's either go to work or and take this shot. Don't be at work at all. You feel what I'm saying? They like shit. It's they putting people backs against the wall, man. Especially like people with families and all this shit. And I just want to throw this in there too. They giving people this vaccination, but people are still dying with the vaccination. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit. Colin Powell and all these other motherfuckers, they still are dying with this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm not saying Colin Powell died.
he said, "Let me stop."
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you look at,
I'm not gonna let you do Colin Powell.
No, well, Colin Powell, he was old anyway. You know what I'm saying?
And light skin.
Yeah. But I only say
blood cancer.
Right. Cool.
And the vaccine, and I wouldn't be surprised if the vaccine just sent them on over the top.
Right. Speed it up. That's what I'm
saying. Push them on out there.
You don't sit your light skin ass
activate.
That was my whole point, though.
Fatality.
Like, these people getting these shots, they still dying. You know what I'm saying? And whatever problems that they having, it seems to be increasing. Whatever the fuck, like if you got said whatever the fuck, underlying issue, right?
Sickle cell.
Whatever the fuck. You taking this shit, you not getting no better, you still can get the COVID. And whatever your illness was at first, it's getting more fucked up because now you got some foreign shit in your body. You know what I'm saying? That your body don't even know how to fight. Like shit, a cold and all this other shit, you can fight all that shit. That's what your body, that's what your immune system was made for. But shit, when you start putting other shit in there, you feel what I'm saying? Like shit, that's gonna cause a breakdown.
Let me ask you this: Can your body fight polio? Can your body fight polio?
I ain't never had polio.
Or meningitis.
I know you ain't never had polio because your ass is vaccinated. You have the polio.
Man, polio ain't over here like that no more, nigga.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. And I'm gonna tell you, because once we had this talk the last time, I had to ask my mama. I said, Mama, you ever had me vaccinated?
Don't do that to your mama. Don't do that.
I get my mama on here to tell you herself. My mama will cuss you out for taking that fucking vaccine. She'll be like, yo, old stupid ass took this shit. You don't know what the fuck is in there. But my mama told me, she said shit. My mama, see, my daddy was a Muslim, right? And he wasn't for none of that shit, putting all that shit in your body. He wasn't down for that shit. So he never let me take none of this shit. So as a kid growing up, I didn't have no motherfucking vaccinations and shit like that. I didn't need none of that fucking shit because when I was in fucking school, them motherfuckers, they were like, oh, if you ain't got this shot record, you can't go to this school. See, now they do that shit.
And let me tell you Let me tell you something. This what y'all don't know. That wrinkled pink shirt he got on, that's a side effect of the vaccine.
Wrinkled pink shirt.
Yep, side effect.
The polio shirt. It ain't a polo, it's polio.
They say you got a polio shirt on.
He got 5 legs on the horse. And instead of a polo stick, he holding up a syringe like, hey.
I say you gotta stretch it out.
Oh, damn, that's funny.
That's why I got a horse on his titty.
He got one nipple bigger than the other.
That's because he took that vaccination. Now his titty's starting to grow.
Big and smalls. Big and smalls.
So anyway, y'all won't get the fuck up off me, goddamn. We're going to blame the comic next, nigga. Blame the comic. Talk your shit, man.
So listen, man, I saw this thing. First of all, I don't know if I told y'all this last week, but I'm gonna say it again. You know, you can ask your company, man, to sign a waiver of liability, man. If y'all gonna mandate me to get that vaccine, sign a waiver of liability that saying, hey, if I get vaccine injured, y'all liable for it. Since y'all mandated. Then watch this. I watched this little dude video, and he said, imagine this. Your job tell you it's mandatory to get the vaccine. You get the vaccine, so you don't get fired. You get the vaccine, and they still fire your ass. Now you've been tricked.
Bamboozled.
If they still fire your ass, you ain't doing your job right.
No, I don't want to hear
You was late all the time.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Nigga already on probation, nigga. You can't.
You was always late, fool.
Nigga, you was on thin ice anyway, goddamn.
Well, if y'all was gonna make me get the goddamn vaccine, if y'all was gonna fire me, don't make me get the vaccine. No way, shit.
Say that nigga was already on thin ice, nigga. They ain't just firing nobody.
You can't take it back out of you, huh?
But I want to let y'all know what's going on in LA. LA just did a mandatory starting this week. Yep. They doing a mandatory vaccine card to hang in bars,
restaurants,
movie theaters, all this shit. So if you ain't got no vaccine card, you can't.
Stay your bitch ass at home.
You can't go to none of these places out here in California. And on top of that, they holding these companies accountable that if you get caught and somebody in there, they ain't got no card and they not vaccinated or they don't have a picture of it on their phone, they finding the businesses $1,000.
Yeah, hit them where it hurt.
Yeah.
What
So
if your
I
phone
don't.
charger dying or something?
I'm more. Listen, I'm more my body, my choice. You know what I mean?
Get your pregnant ass out of here.
Roe versus Wade looking at.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's almost like if a nigga want to run up in you because you got that pink shirt on. You like, hey man, that's just a shirt.
They say this mandatory dick here, fool.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
That nigga say it's mandatory dick. What you gonna do?
Fuck you, nigga.
You can't get it up at you.
Rillo, clean this shit up, nigga. Fuck these hoe ass niggas.
Hey man, I know all this mandate stuff was coming and stuff. I'm just glad I work from home, you know. But if anybody out there is worried, you know, you probably still gonna have to wear a mask at work, but you can actually request for a religious exemption if you don't really want to get the shot and want to keep your job, because they wouldn't be able to fire you for that, although they may fire you for being late. But, you know,
they're gonna start pushing paperwork and pen work and start doing
that's right.
On you to get you up out of there.
It's gonna get a little deeper than that though. It's about to be to where you're not even gonna be able to travel with a passport or get a passport without a vaccine. You're not gonna be able to renew your business licenses and things of that nature. So it's slowly going to transform into two separate classes of people. You know, it used to be high class and low class people. Now it's going to be vaccinated and unvaccinated. So you're going to have certain areas in the city where it's vaccinated only, parties, clubs, restaurants. Then it's going to be the other ones. And then you're going to start seeing separate but unequal type shit come back. Like, you know, it's going to be water fountains that say vaccinated only. And, you know, yes, she's going to go back to the 60s, but it ain't going to be about race.
It's not gonna.
Oh yeah, yes it is. It's coming.
Last time you drunk out
It's
of water
coming.
fountain.
It's coming. Hey, I'm not saying. I'm just using that as an example. Like it was back in the day. Blacks had to drink from certain water fountains. Whites had to drink from another one. It's gonna be vaccinated stuff and unvaccinated, and then it's gonna cause a whole bunch of hustlers out there to start selling these bootleg vaccinated cards, and that's when it's gonna get real ugly. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have two separate everything. I'm trying to tell you, it's coming. It's coming, bro.
I mean, that's real. That's real.
But niggas ain't drinking out of water fountains no more. That's all I'm saying.
I'm drinking out this bottle. That's what I'm drinking out of. Fuck that shit.
Keep that motherfucker to yourself, goddamn it.
Mm-hmm. It's mine, motherfucker.
Look, I ain't gonna even much lie, nigga. I drink out the bottle at my house. So if you come to my crib, I'm vaccinated.
Already.
I drink out the orange juice bottle by mouth.
by mouth. It's got coochie juice all on everything.
Come over here with that bullshit. All right, man. So,
and I will say they doing the shit at the comedy. Some of these comedy clubs out here too, man. People that want to get into the comedy clubs is just like a regular visitor or a patron of the comedy club. You got to show proof of vaccination before you get into these shows or a negative COVID test. Now, I might go as far as doing a negative COVID test, but fuck that vaccine, man.
Yeah,
well,
fuck it.
Shit, I get sleepy or tired. I just lay down. Shit.
Yeah.
Let me go and lean on something real quick.
Yeah. When they put that GoFundMe up for you, nigga, I got 500 on you.
Oh,
that's
cold.
You ain't got no motherfucking insurance, nigga. I got 500 for you,
hey,
baby.
You stay out of my motherfucking business, punk.
Chuck, when you grow an arm out your back, nigga, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for you.
We're gonna give you a back five instead of a high five.
I need another arm, nigga. I got too much shit to do.
I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna put some witch hazel in this bottle and splash your ass with it.
Witch hazel.
Rock side. Heal that
He got the Christmas cozy. You see that? Check him out. That's a Christmas cozy.
I'm in the season already.
Yeah, you might as well take that trash trolls hat off because them boys is hanging it up till next year. I'm just fucking with you.
We gotta represent these boys. You know, you don't make it to the World Series, nigga. We just went to the World Series.
Really?
ago.
Already.
We spoiled right now.
Yeah, they did all right.
To be honest with you, we spoiled, nigga. How many niggas go to the Super Bowl damn near every year? Like,
Oh yeah,
they
Tom Brady. That's about it.
yeah, we spoiled down here in H-Town when it comes to this baseball, man. But
Mm-hmm.
speaking of dumbass niggas doing stupid ass shit, we had to do a little research, man, and that Pimp Game Shane brought this topic up to us. That Drake been out here texting young girls, 14-year-old girls, 15-year-old girls. Billie Eilish, she's a singer. I understand that text, but
Right.
Pimp Game said that they've been pushing it under the rug, and Drake is doing some chaos shit out here.
Drake the snake.
Yeah.
Drake the snake is out here doing chaos shit, man, and I'm not really cool with that shit, man. I mean, Drake, you could have any woman in the world that you want, man. You're a light-skinned nigga. You the hottest rapping nigga out here. Everybody wants you on their tracks. Nigga, you the new Jay-Z. So why in the fuck are you texting young girls, my nigga? What are you doing? Are you trying to ruin yourself? So Pimp Game Shane, you been in the rap game. Talk to me, baby.
Hey man, look, I ain't been in that part of the rap game yet.
Good one. You said that real quick. Hey, I ain't part of that rap game.
Like, look, I don't understand what it is, man, but they say this nigga been doing that shit for a long time. And I mean, shit, his boy, the other dude, one of his partners just got caught up on some rape shit too. Well, not
OVO niggas.
Not some young girl shit, like some Disney kids or some shit like that. But I know Drake. They say Drake been settling out of court for years, since like 2010. They say this shit been going on for a long time. It's just now starting to get real publicized. But at first, I mean, and it's really not getting publicized now. Like shit, you motherfuckers didn't even hear that shit until, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody knew about it. Right. I just told your ass. But I'm like, shit, I was just it popped up in my Google mail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on that Google News shit.
Yeah.
I saw it was flashing when I was looking for some other shit, and I saw the flash, and I'm like, man, let me read this shit. And they like, yeah, Drake texting this girl. This girl say she loved Drake, and they text all the time, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, that's kind of weird for a nigga. He what, 28, 29 or some shit like that. He's he's a grown man.
That nigga 32.
Thank you. Even grown. But
Yeah.
Nigga, he's out here texting, and I'm like, shit, what do you have in common with you know, I don't even like to text my children that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they just talk about a whole bunch of other shit that's not grown up. You know what I'm saying? How can you sit and have a whole conversation with one? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you sitting over here with a teenager and going like some, hey baby, how you doing? This and that and this and that type of shit. Like, what? Like, man, hold on, bro. In your mind, you got to know that. I mean, like, nigga, you got eyes and ears on you all the time. You know what I'm saying? You constantly in the media. You constantly got press surrounding you and shit like this. And every move you make, and then to think that this shit wouldn't pop out. You know what I'm saying? Like, eventually, this shit is gonna come to light. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You got too many people watching you. You got too many, like, you got fans that admire you, and then they hear you doing this type of shit. It's like just like the R. Kelly shit. It's like, yo, hey man, what you doing with yourself, man? These niggas got too much. I just said this to you. Man, the more money you get, the weirder these niggas get, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers get a bunch of money and get strange on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this shit they be rapping about, never talk about none of this shit. They never say, hey, y'all be down at the high schools preying on the young girls and shit. You don't hear that part in the raps. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, nigga be jamming your music like, man, that nigga's hard. He's hard. And then you hear about his personal life, and it's like, man, I can't even listen to this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know what's going on through you. Does it make me a pedophile because I listen to this nigga talk to these? You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, like nigga, I start feeling creepy with R. Kelly. I'm like, yo, man, you know, a lot of this shit don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? After you listen to it, after you heard all the allegations, then you start seeing all these documentaries about these people coming out. It's like, yo, man, I can't. It don't sound the same to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just different now.
I get it.
Like shit. I'm like, stick to people your own age.
So you know saying right now, if Drake, you ran into Drake, you wouldn't take a feature on your album?
No. Like, let me say this. I'm a real nigga. Like shit, like nigga. I don't work with motherfuckers that I know personally, because I don't, you know, I know them personally. Like, nah, I ain't fucking with this nigga. You know, I made it this far without a whole bunch of features and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need people to. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
even if it'll boost your career, you'd be like, nah, that shit probably ain't true.
Nah, I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you motherfuckers think like I don't want the fame. You feel what I'm saying? I just want the money behind it. You feel what I'm saying? If I jump on a song with Drake, that's gonna put my shit out, and I ain't gonna be able to take my trash out in the morning and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that type of publicity.
Man, ain't nobody searching for you, nigga. You about to move.
That's what I'm saying. Shit, I'm gonna have to move anyway if I do a song with fucking Drake. Goddamn it, I'm gonna have to move out the fucking city. But like, I just don't want that type of fame. Now, if Drake was like, "Hey man, I want to give you a check for some shit," then I'd be like, "Cool." That way, I ain't got to be seen with him or no shit like that. You know, I don't have to do nothing with him. But see, the thing is that shit, like nigga, you just like they say, guilty by association. You feel what I'm saying? You could be doing a song with a nigga in the studio, and then he leave the studio and go rape a chick. They go to jail. Next thing you know, oh, he was at the studio with Pimp Game Shane. Now all of a sudden, I'm in some fucking drama with some little kid that I don't have nothing to do with. You feel what I'm saying?
That's like, how Pop got caught up.
Hey, exactly. That's why I say shit, nigga. All fame ain't worth that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I don't need all these motherfuckers like Drake. Shit, if you was a real nigga, I fuck with you. But if you if you're not, I can't really do nothing. Like nigga, I fuck with you niggas because you niggas is real. We doing a podcast. We started this fucking podcast because me and you was at the motherfucking club drinking and saying, hey man, we was chopping up some real fucking shit. And all of a sudden this shit came out. You feel what I'm saying? I fuck with Blame. I've been fucking with Blame. Blame been on real shit since I met him. Shit, I grew up with this nigga with Cigarello, so shit, we been on real shit. I fuck with real fucking people. I don't cloud my aura with no fake shit. You feel what I'm saying?
I can be a witness. I'm a witness to that. He ain't never just clout chased and all that shit. You know, when he could have, you know what I'm saying? He could have clout chased, but he never did. When he was in Atlanta, he was around all them famous people that was doing things, and you know, he was telling me some shit. He was like, "Man, I'm not fucking with this artist, and this artist." And I was like, "Why?" And he told me. I was like, "Damn, man, you missing an opportunity." But I didn't understand that, you know, they was all into some bullshit. He was in LA, you know what I'm saying, around all these famous people, and you know, he was like, "Hey, man, such and such was doing some janky shit," and I was like, "Oh, for real?" So I understand now.
We was at motherfucking we would be at fucking Hollywood parties and shit, and I call this nigga like, man, you wouldn't believe this nigga gay as fuck. Like, nigga,
you just don't say no names. We don't want to get canceled.
I won't say no names, but like real people, like nigga, like real people that you watch on TV. Like I was seeing these motherfuckers out here getting down on some gay shit and doing all kind of fraud ass shit, and I'm like, oh man, Hollywood ain't what you think it is. Like that, you know, people can really fool you. Like some of the toughest niggas you see on TV is weak than a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I've been out there, nigga.
Well, shit. I mean, you know, but see, like really being behind the scenes, like on videos and shit like that, like backstages on like movie sets and shit like that, you start to see what really, you know, like you start to see shit come out, like, you know what I'm saying, like nigga, that shit just is janky than a motherfucker.
Yeah, I already know, dog. Because like, look, let me say this, dog. When you saying what you saying, we built different. You know what I'm saying? We come from the same mold. You know what I'm saying? We ain't no sucker ass niggas. We out here, we out here about our business. We out here trying to just do whatever to make our families happy and do whatever it is that what we supposed to do. So we're not out here on that fuck shit, nigga. I ain't got no time I'd be out here with a nigga talking about can I suck your dick and all that. We don't do that shit, nigga. We're not doing that shit, nigga. Get the fuck away from here with that dumb shit.
I don't think
That shit run me hot, dog. That shit do run me hot, dog.
Right.
With this punk ass shit. I ain't got time for it no more, dog.
right.
I'm sick of everybody trying to cancel everybody behind all this stupid ass shit, dog. I
Because
don't
you
have
don't want to be gay.
So blame the comic, man. Don't give me your opinion, man. We're gonna get out of here because I know Rillo just gave us this shit.
Well, listen, I know you gotta go, man. But if you want these niggas to stop asking you to suck your dick, man, you gotta take.
Bitch, I ain't
shirt
said
off.
that. Don't do that.
I knew that was coming.
I ain't gonna even let you go there. I put all that shit off, nigga. I see the whole cash, nigga. Fuck this. We got all off.
I was like, you gotta switch up your colors, man. You gotta
Give me 50 feet.
I saw it coming.
He set himself up for that one.
You got me all the way fucked up.
I love you to death, nigga. I love you to
Yeah, I
death.
love your ass too, but you got me fucked up.
Listen, I don't know what's going on with Drake, man. I just got a text message from him. I know Drake out here. He just texted me. I asked him, I said, man, what's going on with these texting young girls, man? He said these young 14-year-old hoes fan out different than these old bitches, man.
He say fan out different.
They fan out different, man. It's a whole nother level of excitement when they see you versus a bitch your age. They like, oh, okay, you cute. You know what I'm saying? You get you a 14-year-old, 16-year-old with it.
That boy keep a bag of candy in his pocket.
Something about stroking their ego, man. Stroke the man ego a little bit different, man. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. What's what's going on with Drake, man? I think it is kind of weird that you would think that these dudes can have any woman they want, man, but they be so on the run, and these labels probably be having them going, and they ostracize themselves. You got to realize when you ain't got fame no more, man. When you got fame, you really don't own your life, man. There's places you really can't go or be by yourself without feeling like you gotta answer to everybody. Everybody want a piece of you, or you know what I mean. Like what I'm saying is that you just sometimes. Motherfuckers just gravitate to the first thing that's closest to them and not even really thinking. You know what I mean? Like, nah, this is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like unfortunate. And then imagine this. Imagine if he ain't really do some shit. The nigga just left his phone somewhere. Somebody grabbed his phone and just started texting their kid from their phone. They replying back, and the shit been a hustle all this time. But the text message is still left on her phone. Now he got a blackmail. Now how can you prove that? You know what I mean? I ain't grab your phone. How can you prove
Good
that
point.
I grab your phone and text my daughter, and I got them to tell we did this shit for 30 minutes, and then now it's like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why you got to protect yourself, you know what I mean, and watch out, man, because
That's right.
man, these streets is vicious, nigga. It's cold. These streets is cold even in the summertime, my nigga. Everybody out here hustling and gotta play and trying to come up, and it's just like a pack of hyenas, nigga. They want to take the meal that you didn't kill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You got to
Real talk.
You gotta watch out, man. We don't never know what the backstory is, and then watch this. He could really be halfway, and I'm gonna say halfway innocent in this shit, because you know how these young girls look, man. With all these hormones and these foods and all this shit, and she done said that she got the body of a 25-year-old and this bitch 16. You know what I'm saying? You not
Real
know
talk.
she got on
Hey, that's real talk. Real talk.
$600 lace front, baby hair swooped all in the front, all this old shit. Body to the guards and all this old shit, man. And she'd been around older women, so she just a little more mature for her age. We all knew them girls in high school that were just like, I don't mess with no high school niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who knows what the case, you know what I mean? We can't be quick to judge. And that's why I say, if I ever make it out here in this Hollywood, when I make it out in this Hollywood.
There you go. When you make it, because you going to make it.
When they go to talking about me, I'm going to tell them, man, listen here, you need to mind your own business, because when the judgment day come, God ain't going to ask you about me, man. That's
already. Real talk. Preach.
God ain't gonna ask
Preach.
about me.
Yeah.
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 God don't say, what blame the comic do? He gonna say, no. What what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
This message has been approved by Just Chucking Around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, go ahead and shout yourself out, man, and we're gonna get out of here, man. He sent you up
Man,
here.
so I got a little show. I got a show out here in California, man. Saturday in Aurora Grande, California, which is about 3 hours plus of LA. Going up doing a little private gig for some people, and then come back to Houston on the 11th. I'll be going down to Baton Rouge on the 13th. Go to Dallas on the 19th. And then I'll be in El Paso November 26th through the 28th. So got a few little dates lined up, man, and I got some tentative dates. They're not officially on the calendar yet, but he told me just kind of pencil them in with Ricky Smiley for December, I believe, 22nd in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and then January, I want to say 6th through the 8th. In Fort Lauderdale. Is it Fort Lauderdale? I want to say Fort Lauderdale, Florida. At a new comedy club that they got out there. So got a couple of things coming up, man. Just trying to stay grounded. Matter of fact, I just talked to Kier while we was on the timeline. He just sent me a guy's number that's out here in LA that I'm gonna call as soon as we get off this podcast. You know what I mean? See if the man can just kind of give me some direction and shit. You know what I mean? As far as even just hooking me up with an agent. I always tell people I don't want no handout, man. I just want to point in the right direction. You know what I mean?
There you go. Already.
Kind of point me in the right direction, and then if it work out, it work out, and then if not, you know what I mean? That's one stone unturned, and I can go on to the next one. You know what I mean?
already.
So that's where we at, man.
All right. Well, shout out to Kier Space, man. Love that nigga, man. Join you on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. We love that nigga. Rillo.
Oh yeah. Just so y'all know, I just the other day I made affiliate status on Twitch. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I can make me some bread from the Twitch universe. So you know what I'm saying? So
where your horn at, Chuck?
bam, 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 bam. You know, I get my own shit. Fuck it. I don't need this ragged ass horn. No, but on the real, man, it's all good because it's all good though. It's all good. That boy DJ Magic Mike sent me a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So I got it in there real quick. So I appreciate DJ Magic Mike and Q. So if y'all ever on Twitch, y'all come check me out. I'm watching movies on there, making beats. I'm about to put all the Chuckin Around episodes on there, give us some love on Twitch. So holla at me at Cigarello Martel on Twitch.
All right, that's what's up. We're at episode 32.
Already.
Hey man, I want to give a shout out to Travis Scott. He came up to my daughter's school the other day.
Already, for sure.
And he did a lot of giveaways or something. He was raising some money for some shit. I don't know, but
he put a garden at the school.
He was in Sunnyside too.
That was at Young Elementary.
Yeah,
right there on Scott. I mean on Scott and Belford.
Yeah.
But shout out to him for doing that shit. My daughter took pictures. She couldn't stop talking about it all day long.
That's live.
And I that was cool. He took a picture with her and shit like that. It was all good. And but shout out to him. Shout out to Misha Hawkins.
Already.
Big house wife.
Yeah, big house wife. You know what I'm saying? But Misha, you know what I'm saying? Misha,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The real Misha.
Yeah,
for real.
Misha. And I mean, shit. I'm out here doing. I'm currently recording and shit. I'm about to leave and go to the studio right now as we speak. So I'm gonna cut it short. You find me more.
Well, don't leave until I get my shout out because I want you to hear this. Go ahead.
Okay. You can find me YouTube. Everywhere there's music at, you can find me. Spotify, Twitch, our music, Apple Music, iTunes. I was in a movie that's on Amazon Prime called Candy. Shot by Boomtown Direct. I mean,
you on Band Lab?
I'm on Band Lab all day, every day, and also on well, I'm just everywhere. I'm everywhere you can find me. I'm there. And plus, you can find me in the hood too. I'm always out in the streets and shit.
Always in the hood.
I'm always in the hood. So shit,
Yeah.
that's where you'll find me. And
That's what we at, nigga.
you check around. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah. So okay, I wanna definitely give a shout out to a young man that's out here doing his thing. He's out here getting his grades right. Little young Johnny Baptiste. He's a good little kid, and I want you to listen to your parents. Keep doing what you're doing, but next, I definitely want to give a shout out to my boy Devlin Gray, man. Devlin
Shout out to Devlin.
He lost his wife today.
Oh
Yeah, his wife, and you know he loved that girl, man.
Yeah.
That's his soulmate. And you know, he posted today that I'm real fucked up right now. And you know, I gotta shout my boy out, man. Cause like when we was in high school, that was my twin. You know, me and that nigga kind of look alike. We the same color, but that was my twin. You know, we was in the same grade or whatever. I gotta shout that boy out, man. And you know, we praying for you. We hope that everything turn out. I mean, it ain't gonna turn out good, but we hope that you come through this and you blessed at the end of it, brother.
Yeah,
We all gonna do something.
Yeah, go get his album too. That nigga his album is out too. Slumlord.
Yeah, definitely.
And they got the soundtrack to the Revolution.
Soundtrack to the movement.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to shout that boy out, man. Shout my brother out, man. I love you, man. If you need me, call me. We all here for you. Pimp Game here.
Yeah. Much love, Devin.
You know, we all went to the same school, man. They shit, nigga, hit blame in the inbox if you need to laugh, man. So we love you, brother, and hold your head and you know, just try to stay down, man, and we're gonna try to lift you up, man. I'll be there for you whenever you need me. So anyway, man, just chucking around. Blame, drop that beat.
Just chucking around.
Just chucking around. Chucking around. Just chucking around.